Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles. I want to welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, where we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And in today's episode, the topic is revealing the one thing Kawhi Leonard is doing that he has never done before. So that's the topic I want to get into in today's video. But before we get into that, I want you guys to please make sure you go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell to be notified whenever we drop our content. Also, be sure to check out our Dreamerspro Premium platform that we're launching next week, Monday. Be on the lookout for that. We'll definitely keep you guys posted. And be on the lookout for Dreamerspro.com, which is coming out the end of this month. Anyway, let me get into this topic here. There's a lot going on in the world today, but let me just focus. Let's just talk some sports here, and let's leave those who are doing politics. Let's leave them to talk politics. So let's just get into this topic right here. So one of the biggest knocks on Kawhi Leonard for his entire career has been load management. That has been the number one kind of slight against him. Apart from the fact that maybe some people say he's a little bit too quiet, he's a little bit too reserved. Those things have been said about him, but load management has been the one thing that has come back to bite him every single year in the butt, especially when he's gone to play with new teams. When he went to go play with the Toronto Raptors, that was a big question mark, right? Was he going to be able to load manage? Now, at that time, I think he was coming off of an injury, so that was kind of to be expected. But then when he came to the Clippers last season, we saw load management all throughout the regular season. Now, one of the things that has held Kawhi Leonard back from winning a regular season MVP award is load management, right? He'll put up great numbers. He'll go to the playoffs, put up very great performances, but in the regular season, he just wouldn't play all of his games. And if I look at Kawhi Leonard, if I look at his career here, and we just go through some of the games played for his career, and let's see how many times he's played an actual 82-game season. Kawhi Leonard, at no point in his career, as my favorite player pains me to say this, but I got to be honest with you, has never played 82 games in a season. His first season, he played 64. The second season, he played 58. Third season, he played 66. Fourth season, he played 64. Next season, he played 72. Then he played 74. That's very good, 74. Even great players can, because you can miss games and all these different things. Then he played 9. That's the year that he had the issue with the San Antonio Spurs. He went to the Toronto Raptors. The following season, he played 60 out of the available with 82 games, so he missed 22 games. Last season, he played 57 in a truncated season. So, yes, last season, he missed about 13 games, right? Because I think they only played 70. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, they played about 70 games, if I'm not mistaken. I may be off about that. So, throughout his career, he's never played in a full regular season. And this has been one of the things that people and detractors have said about Kawhi Leonard. Like, listen, man, you're putting up great numbers. You go to the playoffs, you do all of these different things. But in the regular season, you have great numbers, but there are other guys playing more than you are. So even though you may have some good team success, it's going to be hard for us to overlook those guys who are playing a lot more games than you are, and then go ahead and give you the regular season MVP. Now in the playoffs, he never misses games. None that I know of. Every single playoffs that he's been in, at least for the last 3, 4, 5 years, he doesn't miss any games in the playoffs. So that's one thing that can be said about him, that he doesn't miss playoff games. Now, some people say the reason that he misses games is because of his degenerative knees, right? Some people say it's a medical issue that's kind of causing him to miss these games. Now, I don't know. I don't know that truly, because I've heard different things. On the one case, it may be health issues, but then you see him in the playoffs and he plays every single game, right? And so you kind of ask the question, so really what is it? Is it that he can't play back-to-backs? No one really no one really knows. Now, this season, however, things seem to be a little bit different this season. Because for the Clippers this season, Kawhi Leonard is playing all of his games, including back-to-backs. Just last night, they played against the Golden State Warriors, and he went back-to-back. The only game, I think he's probably missed 1 or 2 games. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's been 1. I think the reason he missed that game, if I'm not mistaken, was because of the elbow that he got to the mouth by Serge Ibaka, which caused him to miss game. Like, okay, that's something, like, that is a legitimate reason not to play games, right? Your mouth has been, the guy hit you in the elbow, you in the chin. I think he had to put like 8 stitches in his mouth. You also have to give them time to, craft the face mask for his face. So I'm sure all of those things couldn't just be done in one night, right? So I can understand him missing that game. But this season, Kawhi Leonard is playing all of his games. And last night, when I got the alert on my phone from ESPN.com, and I saw that he's going to be playing, I was like, a back-to-back? Since when does Kawhi Leonard play back-to-backs, right? Since when did he start doing this, right? What caused him to change it up? And he went out there, and I was looking at him in the beginning of the game, and I was saying to myself, he looks perfectly fine. And I asked myself the question, what changed? What is the reason now that Kawhi Leonard is playing more games? Because they have a game coming up on Friday, right? They're going to miss today on, what's today? Thursday, so they're going to play that game on Friday. He's definitely going to play that game on Friday because they already had a day off on Thursday. And I'm just saying to myself, what caused him to play? And they came from another city. I think the team that they beat before, the team that they lost to before, if I'm not mistaken, was the San Antonio Spurs. So they were in San Antonio. Then they flew out to Golden State. Where is it? Oakland. They went there. So it's not like they stayed in the same city and they're playing back-to-backs. They went to an entirely different city, and now he's playing. And then he played a back-to-back. So for me, I'm wondering to myself, what has changed? Maybe his philosophy has changed. Maybe the coaching staff with Tyronn Lue, I don't know what has changed. Maybe they said to him, they say, listen, man, you got to play more games. You have to play more games. No more load management. It's not working, number one. Or number two, maybe you're healthy enough to play more games. I don't know, right? But whatever the reason is, Kawhi Leonard has played 7 games this season. And thus far, in these 7 games, he's averaging 23 points per game. He's shooting 45% from the field. Now, if you guys follow this channel, I think a day or two ago, a couple of videos back, I said to you that Kawhi Leonard was shooting poorly from the field, but I said don't expect those numbers to stay down. At the time we did that commentary, he was shooting 40% from the field. Today, he's shooting 45% from the field. Now, at the time as well, he was shooting 33% from the three-point line, and his three-point percentage is dipped down to 30%. But as you can see, these numbers are going to change, right? As the season goes on, he's most likely going to sort of regress to the mean, to his average, which is around 37% from the three-point line. He's shooting 85% from the free throw line, which is kind of close to what he shot last year and the year before, 88% and 85%. He's getting you 5.6 rebounds, which is good, decent, not his best. I expect more rebounds from him. Kawhi Leonard usually gets about 7 rebounds a game, but he's getting you 6 assists per game, 6 assists per game, which at this point is a career high. He's never averaged that many assists per game in his career, at least up until this point. He's getting you 1.9 steals. So I expect his numbers to go up. Now, probably the reason that he's playing more games right now is because of the short off season, the fact that they only had 3 games of training camp instead of the traditional 6, maybe because of the shortened preseason, and guys want to get their rhythm back. When they want to play more games earlier, which could make a lot of sense. If I was a basketball player, if I was an athlete, and I know that the time that I normally have to prepare for my calendar year was shortened, I would definitely want to get in as much work as I can early to make sure by the time I'm in mid-season, but by the time we're in the middle of the season, I'm in tip-top shape. My game is on automatic. So probably that's the reason he's doing it. But nevertheless, the guy's playing more games. Now, my final point is this. If he continues to play games, right, play as many games as possible, he's a young guy, he's a healthy guy, he's only 29 years old, if I'm not mistaken. They continue to play more games and continue to get more wins. Currently, they're the number 3 seed in the Western Conference behind the Lakers and the Suns. The Phoenix Suns have just been fantastic thus far, but the Lakers have won 4 in a row. The Phoenix Suns, they just won 1 after losing to the Clippers, and then the Clippers just won 1 after losing to the San Antonio Spurs. So if they continue to win and they manage to get a top seed in the Western Conference, which is entirely possible, and Kawhi Leonard puts up fantastic numbers, this could be the year that he finally breaks through and wins his first regular season MVP. But it's also worth noting that Paul George is also making a case on that team for the regular season MVP. But so far this year, Kawhi Leonard is beginning to surprise me with playing back-to-backs and playing more games. I think it's necessary. I think it makes sense. And I think this is what he should have been doing all along if he was capable of playing. So what I want to know from you guys is, what do you think about Kawhi Leonard playing more games? What are your thoughts on it? Do you think it's smart? Do you think it's not smart? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. Again, if you enjoyed the video, please make sure you go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell to be notified whenever we drop our content. Once again, this is Charles here from Dreamerspro. Wishing you guys an amazing day and catch you guys on the next episode. Peace.